Xbox Game Pass, here are 10 suggestions for the month of September. Be sure to like the video, subscribing is great as well. Keep in mind that some of these games are available right away and some of them release throughout the month. First off, we have Deathloop. The first-party Xbox game that was timed exclusive for PlayStation is finally coming to Xbox. Enjoy this weird, I want to say almost like a bit of a heist-type scenario as you try to figure out what's going on with this weird death loop that I'm stuck in. It's got great character motivations and moments as you deal with these two locked in this really funny kind of like cat and mouse type scenario. Work through the story, figure out what's going on, find surprises, find hidden secrets, blast, smash, and destroy your way all the way in order to break this loop. Good luck out there because, well, you've got some problems that are going to be finding you along the way. So get it broken and, live your life or whatever. Now we have Slime Rancher 2. That's right, the majestic experience of harvesting, collecting, and then feeding slimes in these really awesome little electronic cage things continues. Go to a new place with new slimes, new challenges, and new farming adventures to enjoy in this title that launches as a game preview, meaning work in progress experience. The first game was adorable, it was delightful, it was charming, it was ever so much fun, and now that continues with the sequel. This should be an absolute blast, it should have a great little story in the backdrop, and I can't wait to see the new adventures, the new horizons, and generally the new sense of excitement that comes with exploring new terrain to hunt new slimes. In order to understand more about the slimes, and in order to have even cooler places where you store all of your slimes as you continue to gain profits with the plorts that the slimes send out to you. This is Grounded, and while it has been available for quite a while, it is fully releasing with the 1.0 update. We're finally going to be able to figure out, well, how this Honey, I Shrunk the Kids type scenario or larger-than-life backyard survival game, really what's going on with it. What happened, how did this happen, figuring out a way to fix things. It's basically just a full release for the title with brand new content, exciting new ways to battle, and new things to explore and see along the way. Take the role of one of the kids as you go about exploring, gathering, capturing supplies, and trying to discover the hidden secrets within as you build up some wild, unique housing situations, fend off against crazy creatures, maybe take on the odd boss here or there, and, actually be able to fully uncover the mystery and the story that's been awaiting in this game for a while. It's great to see it fully release, as this game really did pass expectations by quite a bit. This is Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Explore this large, or overly massive game as you battle against this seedy, hidden organization. Pick from a male or female character. The female character apparently has much, much better story delivery from what I've heard, so maybe go with that. Anyways, yeah, it's this really large-scale, massive creed filled with countless hours of storytelling, excitement, combat, discovery, RPG-type mechanics. It follows the events of, I guess you would say, Origins, and or more like the gameplay, the style of gameplay that Origins had, while also being its own standalone Assassin's Creed game like most in the series are. You'll get to explore this on land with a horse, or by sea with a boat. There are many things to do, and many ways to improve your character to become even more powerful. This is Disney Dreamlight Valley. It's essentially Animal Crossing. Make your own character, gather cool clothing that you unlock by doing stuff, clean the land, save past Disney characters, explore the magical kingdom. You will have to go to different realms to help people out in order to have them move back into your city as you try to rediscover the magic. You also do all of the things you would expect to do in an Animal Crossing-like game. You are completing basic quests, you are fixing and cleaning things, you are farming, you are growing crops, kind of trees and stuff too, alongside traditional stuff like carrots and whatnot. You are renovating and improving your house, you are making the lives of the other Disney characters better, you are customizing and fine-tuning the experience to be whatever you want it to be. It is also technically a work in progress, like a early access type title, but they definitely are showing it as a bit of a full release, so it will get more content down the road. This is Metal Hellsinger. So this is kind of another Doom Eternal-esque experience, but with the beat of a rhythm-based FPS action. So this one is kind of neat. You're going about blasting enemies and demons on this tale of obsession and revenge. It is a bit odd because I found myself really having to look at the center of the screen, which was a bit distracting. But if you like, shooter games like this, you like intense musical songs, because the audio and the songs in this game are actually fantastic. It really gets you going. And you like building cool combos to the rhythm of the beat, this game is kind of neat in that regard. There's bosses, there's monsters, there's waves of enemies, there's challenge modes to go through. It's got a fair bit of content to it, and it's got some really, really neat aesthetic environments, but again, you kind of ignore a bit of those as you're centered on the screen trying to make sure you get those beats going. Unless you're good enough, one of those talented people where you can feel the beat, then you're probably just smoothly going around blasting things. So yeah, you suck at driving, parking? You suck with the vehicle. Anyways, you need to park, you need to place your vehicle down on these perfectly set up parking spots in order to get the maximum amount of points. You can play this alone, there's like 100 something levels. You can play this against others in multiplayer, that's right. Drive little funky cars around trying to outpark, outwit, and outlast the other drivers out there. It's not really that intense, but it's a very zany, silly, weird party type game that I think a lot of people will actually find to be rather interesting. I don't think I'm anything very good at this game, that's for sure, as you see my gas constantly running out. But you are trying to drive, you're trying to park, and yeah, it's very interesting. It's definitely something that's a bit quirky. I could definitely see where a lot of people would be like, oh, this is really, really entertaining and whatnot. And it kind of is. It's funny, it's weird. So this is Midnight Fight Express, which is kind of like a John Wick, the video game type thing. You are brawling, smashing, maybe even a little bit of shooting your way through waves or crowds of enemies as you progress forward in this story in an all-out assault in order to do the right thing. It's action-packed, it feels great, the combat is visceral, it's fluid, it's smooth, the beat of the background music is fantastic. This game is awesome. Seriously, like this is a real standout experience that is just an absolute blast to play. You upgrade things, you can get some different clothing type things as you play, and you get like points and whatnot. It's really, really quite cool, and surprisingly just came out of kind of nowhere for me, and I was like, wow, this game is a blast. Seriously, it is a really, really good time. It is very distinct, it's different, it's kind of over the top, but it feels really good to play. It feels just like completely action-packed the whole way through. This is Tinykin, which is another gem of a game, and maybe one that a lot of people might overlook. It's a 3D platformer that's essentially kind of like Pikmin. You collect these little tiny critters, and then you have them go and do things, move stuff for you, blow things up. You go about exploring, there's collectibles to gather, there's little things you can do in these large-scale environments, there's things to see and explore, there's action to be had. It really is just delightfully charming with this mix of like realistic visuals and then also kind of like these cartoonish type characters, these sticker-like characters in the foreground. It really, really works quite well, and it's a lot of fun as you just go about these environments, gathering things, exploring, seeing stuff, reaching new heights. I'm going to, perish there, that's kind of funny. But yeah, it's just like a really charming little thing that I think is very, very overlooked, and you should definitely check it out because it is a bit of a gem, that is for sure. And this is Grid Legends, which is a fantastic racing experience and a cool new entry within the Grid series. It's beautiful, it's distinct, it's varied, it's got cool cars, it's got cool racing opportunities, it's got a range of different content, whether you're playing locally or with others online. It looks so good on the next gen, and really is a treat. A visual treat, a driving treat. It is a really, really good, and I think maybe a little bit overlooked racing title, because it's really, really cool. So I would highly, highly recommend taking a look at Grid Legends if you like racing titles, because I think it is a breath of fresh air. It's actually a lot of fun to do, and it's got some good competition elements to it as well. So anyways, those are the Game Pass titles for September. We'll be back next month with another list and another list of suggestions for you to try out. Once again, though, liking the video is great, subscribing is great as well, and I'll see you out there enjoying the magic that is Xbox Game Pass.